Baltimore, good morning. It's Kelson from the AM Click, ready to kick off the weekend. But before we do that, we got to find some things to do, right? Well, one of the things you definitely want to be a part of this weekend is the sixth annual Cherry Hill Arts and Music Waterfront Festival going down this July 4th, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. And there's so much going on. I got my friends here online right now to help you figure out everything that's going on. I have Miss Devasha Day. She is the co-director of the festival, and also Mr. Joseph Weaver. He is the CEO of Global Design Interactive, behind the marketing and the branding of the festival. Good morning, guys.
Good
Morning.
morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, listen, the city is excited about the sixth annual Cherry Hill Arts and Music Waterfront Festival. Myself, I've never been, so I'm definitely gonna try to make a time this weekend to come on down. But tell me about it.
It's a wonderful festival. It was founded by my husband and executive director of the Youth Resilience Institute, Fanon Hill, and a longtime native elder in Cherry Hill, Mama Shirley folks. They were dreaming and visioning, and we had the first festival at Rebirth Park in Cherry Hill. And then Fanon said, we want to be on the waterfront. And then it was confirmed by a woman in Cherry Hill, lifelong resident. Her name is Termite, actually, who actually said, we used to have something July 4th here. And Fanon had already had his eyes on it. So that was just confirmation. And so we moved the festival to Middle Branch Park, and it's been doing it ever since. We've been just there. So it's a really, really exciting experience. And on the waterfront in
Yes.
South Baltimore. So it's just really important because it brings people to that side of the bridge. You get to hear, different genres of music, children, family activities. It's just a wonderful, good time on the waterfront.
So tell me, has it always been like 4th of July weekend?
It was not. Our organization who conceptualized and founded the festival and managed the festival, we're the producers and managers of the festival. We really get community feedback. So initially we had it in August, and it was too hot, and the elders were like, it's too hot, and people had to go to, it was something. And then we changed it to September to include young people, but then it was too cold. And then we changed it to July 4th, and incorporated fireworks as well. And just rebranded the energy of that date for African Americans. And that's, historically, that's the day that we were always off. And because we're in a community that has, some low income people live, families living there, it's a time where you get to celebrate with each other, not have to worry about work, not worry about anything. And it's a perfect day for us to come together and celebrate each other on that day.
And the Waterfront Festival is definitely family, it's free and it's
Yes.
family fun, correct?
Yes, it's free and family friendly. We don't usually charge for anything we do, but it's free and family friendly. The Middle Branch Park is beautiful. We do not have parking on the site. We have parking at MedStar free parking at MedStar Hospital, and you'll see signs up, and then at City Garage as well. And so there'll be flaggers and telling you, kind of guiding you where to go. The parks, people are used to parking there, but they cannot park there. Someone just asked today. I was like, you cannot park there. We are reserving that for VIP and some vendors and just, partners with the festival. So, because it's not enough room anyway for the city to park there at all. And we're not parking on the grass. There's no parking on the grass at all. And we discourage you from bringing food and drinks and coolers and stuff. Just come and patronize the wonderful, fabulous vendors that we have curated for you who have joined us this year. Delicious food from everywhere. You'll be so excited that you just decided to just get food there. And so bring your chair. I would suggest you bring an umbrella too for the heat, because it's an open space. It's a big park. It's not a pavilion. It's a big park. So it's with all the energy of that, the playground for the children. Then we have a children's activities. We have art making. We have a cultural arts program where they'll be showcasing the history of arts and culture in Baltimore from the 60s to the 90s. And with the drum circle and some live jazz. And then we'll have a cooling bus and just food. It's just a good time. I don't know about you, but I love sitting outside and listening to music. It's another energy for you. And then you're on the grass and nature with the water flowing. Yeah, it's a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, come get the vibe, at the festival. So it's just really exciting. And for me, as a as co-director, and I handle all the details. We manage all aspects of the festival. And all components. And so when everything is set up, and I'm in the back, usually in the back, and I perform every year too. And I
I'm
told them
going
in
to
the
ask you about
first
that.
year,
I see you
I did before I performed there too. And so I said, if we don't get any fun, whatever happens, I'm going to perform. And I donate my performance every year, and I just pay my band members. So it's just wonderful energy. You sit there and it's just good energy, and we're rain or shine. So if it rains, we just pause the stage and keep the clock going, because if you missed your time, then it's going to go to the next person.
Yeah.
But I run a tight stage. I have a wonderful team, but because you just want everyone to have a chance to share, and we really work hard to curate our stage to have diverse styles of music and genres and ages, and we work to make sure we have local artists from the neighborhood, people I find and say, I hear you singing, what's your name, what you do? So we curate everything to keep that energy really family friendly, culturally relevant, and just good vibes.
Yeah, which is very important. And so I know it's free parking, but a little bit distant between the park and the parking area.
Oh, we have a shuttle.
Okay.
We have a very robust shuttle system.
Okay.
And so that shuttle system will be coming to pick you up like rounds, almost like the airport, maybe quicker, to pick you up, finding people. There are people in the parking lot that will be there and welcoming you and all that. So it's a vibe. It's like, it's not that far, but if you don't understand that side of the neighborhood, of the city, then you can be a little confused. So we try to make sure there's parking signs and there's directions and things like that. And so there's a shuttle. We wouldn't just leave y'all hanging like that now. We ain't gonna just like, you got to park at the free and figure out how to get there. No. We want to make sure you know how to get there. So we'll have a free shuttle service all day for to and from. So you want to go back to your car to get something and come back, you have a way to get there.
Okay. And so you said there'll be vendors there, so no need to bring any food or drinks.
No need to bring any food or drinks. You'll have all of that. I mean, a delicious food.
But
from
they
all
can
the
bring
barbecue and seafood and vegan food and special drinks, and not special drinks, but it's not alcohol free, but it's alcohol free, family friendly. That equals family free, and that's a whole nother level of monitoring.
Yeah, that's a different vibe.
Yeah. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? But you get all these different different things. There's retail vendors selling African art and clothing and T-shirts and all kind of different things that'll be sold. So when you go, I know for me, I love going to festivals. That's why I get my earrings. I get my cute little shirt, something like that. That's where you get that stuff in the summertime. You get those vendors at the festivals, and you get your things that kind of make you pop through the year.
But as you said, you can bring like lawn chairs and
lawn chairs. Yes, I would suggest lawn chairs just in case it's wet or any kind of thing. I would highly suggest you also bring a lawn chair. It's just more comfortable.
Okay, now just correct me on umbrella, because the sun is there. Like regular umbrellas and big old umbrella you put for your picnic table. Which one?
Like you could do the picnic table. We don't encourage you to bring a whole lot of tents, but if you did, it needs to be further back from the stage. But you just sit back, with your tent, or their tent or your umbrella, and just kind of sit there and just enjoy the music. Most jazz festivals, we're not a pavilion, so I think that's the difference. If you just want to explain that, like if you think about other festivals, you will be in the field, and people are usually standing up and everything like that, but then want to go somewhere in the shade. So we have different parts of the park that are shaded. Of course, we also have a cooling bus there, so if you want to cool off. So we'll have different locations, and because we're on the water, you'll feel a breeze anyway because we're on the water. So that's the beautiful part. And I personally love my favorite place to perform is in outside at parks and pavilions and near the water. So it's a wonderful experience for the artists as well, and the performers, as well as those who are listening. And we have all kind of genres: Baltimore club, hip hop, jazz, soul, blues, gospel. It's a lot of different genres, and we work with, as I said earlier, to curate a really nice experience for the audience that come.
So tell me about some of the performers that will be on stage at the Cherry Hill Arts and Music Waterfront Festival, besides yourself.
Oh yeah. It's not about me. So yes, we have the Legendary Ingramettes, who just won a National Endowment for the Arts Award. They are the first family of gospel in Virginia. They'll be here. They're really, really nice folk. I mean, I've met them by phone because I'm coordinating with them, but they're just so nice. And we have Cecily from the DMV, who has a really beautiful, sweet voice. We have TT the artist, who is just coming off of her award-winning documentary Dark City on Netflix. Yep, with that Baltimore club and that fire we talked last night. You have DJ Mighty Mark, who is a producer and a DJ who was raised in Cherry Hill. So he's the ambassador. He's been with us since the first festival, and he's always there putting on a great show and curating and assisting with the Baltimore club flavor, staying true to that art. So that they have a nice thing ready for you all. And then we have closing out the stage with a big band. We have fireworks at 9:30 p.m. in concert with the fireworks downtown at the Inner Harbor. So it'll be going off two different places. So you'll be at your own site to watch the fireworks. I highly encourage that. You also have reggae legend Sister Carol, who brings the fire. So reggae always brings everyone together and has everyone rocking their head and chilling out and stuff. That's right. It brings good energy, and we curate for that reason. And then you have what else is there? You have soul. We have artists from the community performing. We have a group called Mammal Talk is their debut concert there. We talked to them, and they just, they've been working on their music for a while. It's a really nice sounding group, and we're so honored and happy to debut. This is their world premiere at our festival. So those are the kind of things we like to do. We like to really partner and curate in a way that brings, sheds light on people and artists that people may not know, and also curate people that we do know and that we know will bring a good vibe and are really easy to work with.
And Joseph Weaver, how long have you and your company been a part of the whole Waterfront Festival down there in Cherry Hill?
All 6 years, we've been blessed and able to work with them, and just watching their vision and watching the festival grow. It's a great time, great atmosphere. In 2019, we had 5,000 people that came out. We've been virtual, so we're excited to be back in person this year.
So Navasha, you're also performing. How do you balance it all from making sure everything, going correctly, then getting your voice ready and getting your outfit together?
It's no joke. Like, I feel like, I'm not a diva. I say, if I'm not being a diva, no one else can be a diva. Like, for real. Like, if everyone is like, I need this, I need that. Oh, we also have the David Smooth Temptations review. So we have that old school sound that's going to be there, and they're a festival favorite. So we bring them back. Bringing them back this year as well. But it's an interesting task. Even right now, getting closer to the festival, a lot more phone calls. A lot more, bringing things together and coordinating and looking over things. So if Joe is sending something over, we have to approve it first, and we're looking at it like, okay, and then yay. I mean, we're pretty past that now because everything's out, but just all those little details of just making sure that the brand is aligned with our value system and the culture of our organization and our personalities, my husband and myself and Mama Shirley and the community. So it's a very community-centric process because we involve the community in our decision-making, and we check in with them as well because it's their festival and it's in their community. Yeah.
I think it's very important because as we see, we need more communities to come together. And this is a great example of if we do come together, what we can put on and everything.
Yes.
So if you're just tuning in, talking about the 6th annual Cherry Hill Arts and Music Waterfront Festival going down this Monday, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Lots of performers, vendors. Going back to performance, Navasha, you said you had like a lot of local artists and everything. How do you get to pick the artists? Can people like audition? How is that process?
Well, mainly we meet them through community members suggesting. Actually, Kirk, who's a native of Cherry Hill, we found out about him. Brother Blackman Diaziz, I remember we were doing pictures of our young people outside for one of our projects called Baltimore Guitars Against Violence. And he said, "What y'all doing?" And I said, "What you know how to do?" And then we just brought him on, and he's a poet and he's an actor, and we, assist him, and we work together, and he assists us, and it's a wonderful, becomes like a family affair. And then I was recording a music video in the community, and the young man was like, "Oh, what are you all doing?" I said, "What do you do?" And he plays drums, and he's playing every year. It was during the year, I think, that we had the festival in a week or so, and I pulled him on the stage and brought him on because it's important that they have outlets in the community because South Baltimore, and specifically Cherry Hill, and a lot of neighborhoods in South Baltimore are ignored and historically brilliant communities. And so we want to shed light and provide opportunities for people to go on the stage. So like Ike Modizi, who's a hip hop artist, who our neighbor share with us, you need, this is a young man I want you to bring on your festival. I said, well, let me meet him, see his, what's going on, what's the skills, what you got, what I'm saying? And it took time. And then, now he's performing, and now he sees his face on flyers and things like that. And that's important because you shouldn't just sit around suffering trying to figure it out. You should have people who assist you in your journey. I'm a professional artist, been doing this for a long time. And so I didn't necessarily have artists assisting me so much, but I definitely had wonderful teachers and opportunities provided to me as a young person, and do my time in college and all that, and came right out of college and co-founded Fertile Ground and started traveling the world. And now I'm a solo artist. So for me, it's important to reach back and make sure you're accessible to artists, because art is not just about the art, it's about your development in yourself. Who are you? Why are you here? And a lot of people don't always apply that in the industry because the industry is very interesting. So you have to have those places of safety where you can develop your artistry in a place where you're not judged and you support it. And so our festival is one of those places.
And of course, if you're saying your face and your name on flyers promoting an event, that makes Joseph's job a whole lot easier because they're going to promote it themselves.
Oh, definitely. They're going to promote it. They're going to push it. They're going to, you know, share their friends. The friends are like, yo, you was on this fly. That's you, little children. Like, that's you right there. You know, so to us, it's very, very important to, it's a wonderful story. The festival and our, you know, the brand of this festival is a very wonderful homegrown experience with quality.
Mm-hmm.
So you have grass roots and grass tops, and that's what we do. So we're making sure we're connected to the roots while we're still, you know, at the top. So it's very important to integrate those two things, and having these kind of events in the city is, you know, just going to make the city better. It's just, it brings vibrancy to our community. And I know there's a family, somebody reached out to us about coming to the festival months ago, asked if it costs money. They're bringing their young people from Indianapolis. And I said, well, by the time they kept, I was like, can you just, this is my number. Just when you come, I want to know who you are and meet your children. You know, so we have young people that work the festival. We employ community members, and on the day of the festival leading up, our young people are trained in learning how the different parts of how the mechanics go for festivals. They work the festival as well. So it's a lot of economic development and involved in the festival as well. We like to put money in the pockets of people. That's very important. Our country could work on a little more like, who is benefiting when you buy things? Mm-hmm. What family is becoming richer when you buy things? And so that's something that we really try to implement and share with our young people and the families, so that we're mindful of supporting each other and making sure we're celebrating cooperative economics, a Kwanzaa principle.
Are you still looking for volunteers, or how can people donate, you know, to the Waterfront Festival?
So we actually received some donations. People have been writing. Our website, cherryhillfest.com, has a link on there, a donation button. And if you're interested in volunteering, I would say right now, coordinating that at this point is a little interesting, but I would say still write and say that, you know, you're interested in volunteering maybe for next year. Okay. And then we'll consider, but just come to the festival. Even if you come and say, hey, how can I, you know, then we can check you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can come, you know, and just meet us and just, you know, come in and see the vibe to make sure you really want to volunteer here, and email us at info@cherryhillfest.com, and we'll answer you right back.
Okay. On the flyer, I did see an image of Harriet Tubman. And this weekend, what's the representation for you guys for the festival?
So Harriet Tubman, this is the bicentennial of her birth, the 200th year anniversary of her birth. And she represents freedom. Every year we have a theme. Last year was Water Has No Enemy. The year before that, when it was virtual and we had to go virtual quickly, it was Art Has No Boundaries. So we always have themes that align with certain value systems that help to liberate and to inspire. And so Harriet Tubman is our guardian. She is our guardian. What better guardian can you have with this little woman that took people to freedom? And I don't know about y'all, but are you really able to walk? You fall out, sleep. You don't know if you're gonna wake. You know, like, it's a thing. She's a really powerful spirit, and we're so honored to have her as the theme of the festival. That Fanon is the one that thinks of these themes each time, and so I really appreciate this theme because it's just so powerful. And her family has reached out on social media and has said, "Oh, that's our family," and I was like, "Wow," you know. So, you know, for us, having those luminaries and having these examples, we need that right now in our society. There's a lot going on. We don't have to talk about it, but there's a lot going on in our development, our happy space, our joy, understanding, fulfilling our destiny. And people are looking for answers and solutions. And sometimes we're looking for places in places that are not going to necessarily help you, but make you feel good for an impermanent time, but a temporary time, but the permanent joy comes from a higher place. And so we like to share images and stories of people who have done great things to inspire us, because we all can do that in our own way.
And as you said, the festival is going down rain, shine, sleet, snow.
Yes, it better not snow, but yes, it's rain and shine. So don't be discouraged. If you see the clouds, just come on, bring your umbrella. We have a lot of tents and stuff. Just come on down, enjoy yourself, and support the vendors. That's so important to me. We get these vendors. We have a great vendor coordinator. We have all these vendors. We got resources and all these things. And so we want to make sure everyone's coming and seeing the wonderful things. And we're also honoring Black veterans from Cherry Hill this year, which will be an ongoing theme, an ongoing project that we'll be doing within the community and throughout South Baltimore, and identifying different living veterans as well as those who have transitioned to spirit. So that's another aspect of the festival that we're very proud of. And some of these elders, they're like almost 90 and all these things, and they have great stories if you sit and talk to them. So it's important that we honor the elders. As an organization, we're really into cultural relevance. I said that earlier, but also rites of passage principles. And so you have these different passages in your life, and eldership is a really serious passage we don't deal with in our society because we're a youth cultured society. And so these elders are these jewels. And we were just with our elders the other day having a VIP celebration with them. And I was sitting next to a 98-year-old woman, and I had her wiggling, and we were talking and stuff. And some of these people we've delivered food to through the pandemic as an organization. So it's just something that's very important, because we're all going to be elders. So let's start a trend and show our young people, how do you treat elders so we can be treated nicely? I would prefer that. So
yeah. And then not to mention all the gems you're getting from them, like, that life advice is important.
Exactly. Because they've been there. They've been there. You ever notice that you like, we going to do the worst thing, and they're like, it's gonna be okay. You're like, what? But it does when you have the faith and you just move through that obstacle, because it really hones you to your brilliance, because it gives you these muscles. But you don't know that when you're in it. It's like the biggest thing. And then you realize as you get older, like, oh, they were right. So it's a journey. Eldership is like an honor. It's like our society, I feel like, understanding that and honoring that is really, really important.
You being one of the co-directors for the festival, and I'm not sure you can really say this, but I've never been. But what I do like, I love vendors. I love food. Do you have a favorite food vendor that, if you've never been, one food vendor that they should definitely try?
Lord have mercy. I can't say that on here. There's so many of them. We brought them on here. They paid their money. We got to say all of them. All of them. All of them. We got to go to all of them. Just see what you like, you prefer, what you ain't allergic to. Now, I am a plant-based person, so I only eat plant-based food. I was raised vegetarian. Snuck and ate meat later in my life. Back. I've been plant-based since 2000, so I'm only eat the things that come from. I only eat the plant kingdom. But there's so many meat kingdom options, people from the community. We really highly encourage vendors from the community and from South Baltimore to vend, and so we want to put money in their pockets. So we have really great vendors that have shown up. We have people from Virginia coming up, so we're really excited about the selection of options you'll have. And see, at festivals you can get a little fat, you know what I'm saying? You can just sit there and just nibble on different things. You do a funnel cake, get your little corn, get your little ribs, get your little macaroni and cheese, whatever you want. Try to Jamaican
Oreos.
Exactly. Just get fattened up. Sit there on your chair, listen to good music, and just sit there and enjoy yourself. Let the children go play. So,
yeah. I know that would be my favorite part, trying the different vendors and everything. And then, like I said, you also where you get like your shirts and your earrings and stuff like that.
Yeah, festival is very important to have in the community.
So if you're looking for somewhere to go this 4th of July, definitely the 6th annual Cherry Hill Arts and Music Waterfront Festival, lots of performances. Run down the lineup one more time.
So we have Sister Carol, reggae star, rock star. We have the Legendary Ingramettes, gospel. You have Cecily, soul. You have Mammal Talk, pop soul. You have Kirk, funk. You have you have Baltimore Club, TT the Artist, and DJ Mighty Mark with Baltimore Club and some soul music. You have hip hop, Little Key. You have Ike Modizi. You have Black Man Diaziz. You have, I don't want to miss nobody. You have Latin music and from Yoy. You have Congolese dance from DJ Grin. You have yours truly. I do a mixture of things. I'm the Black diaspora representative, and just all these, just different surprises are ending. With the fireworks, we have music on the stage for the fireworks, live violin and music, and then it ends with a big bang with a jazz big band from Mr. Charles Fun Big Band, who is a legendary arts educator and musician in the city of Baltimore. He had any instrumentalist. He gave me my drummer. Any instrumentalist in the city know him. They sat in his school, Dunbar, and sat in and got their chops up. Even the keyboard player I'm using now said, I always wanted to be in there, but I played football, but I regret it now. I wish I would have went in there, but I'm playing people, because he had people soloing. By the end of the year, they knew how to solo, and they never played the instrument. So he's a master educator. And we'll have a few surprises as well. So we're going to be honoring people. It's a lot. It's a family affair, man. It's all about the family. It's all about us understanding we're a human family.
And it's free. So bring the entire family out for
Bring the entire family. Make some art. Chill out. You know what I'm saying?
And what can we expect from you when you hit the stage?
The fire. No, I'm just playing. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I don't know what to say. I mean, I try to fill in gaps because I can in regards to the different genres, but I'm just gonna deal with the subject matter and just, I haven't performed at a outdoor event in a couple of years. I mean, well, that's not true. I did something last year, but I haven't performed this year, and so I'm excited to share my art again. I'm in a different, it's a different time right now with this COVID. It's a little tricky because it's kind of creeping and doing stuff, but outside you'll be fine. The droplets will be fine. You'll be fine. We have a lot, face painting and ballooning, all these things. And I asked them, what is your protocol, your COVID protocol? And so I'm very serious about that. So not just me, but our team is. So we just want to make sure everyone is safe and having a good time. And we have security and all that stuff. Everything's really going to be really fun. I'm excited.
being that we were in the pandemic, or we still are really, but we're trying to come out.
Yeah.
How does it feel getting back to, like you said, in the water, got a crowd now, not got to be stuck to this computer watching things happen? How does that feel?
It's nothing like that human exchange, man. It's nothing like connecting eye to eye and person to person, exchanging that energy. I mean, I think we did a good job. I know in 2020 it was us, the Essence Festival, everyone that we try to quickly switch to virtual, figured it out. We have a great team. And so our team helped us. We have a studio that we work with and we partner with as an organization and as people. And we were able to produce our festival. However, it is something about live music outside in nature. It's nothing like, even if you go to the store and you hear someone playing their music in their little car where it's like really loud, or they're walking past you in their speaker, it's just being outside hearing music just feels different. It feels different than even being inside. Like you have the intimate kind of concerts, but everyone looks forward to the festivals each year. So I think, I feel like really excited to be back in person, for people to get used to being outside together again. Because there was a lot of like shifting people to readjust themselves to socializing in that way as well. Even people driving better, because people started driving all crazy. See, I never stopped. I wish I could have Netflix learned all. I was delivering food and doing programming outside with young people. I didn't get a break, but I love that, people are coming out and feeling comfortable. People, you can see it. I mean, you had the Pride Parade. Everybody was out. Like it was a big deal. You had AFRAM. You have all these different events that are happening, and people are like thirsty for experiences to share with each other and be out and just enjoying and having a good time. I think we deserve that as people.
So listen, this weekend we outside, especially Monday, for the 6th annual Cherry Hill Arts and Music Waterfront Festival, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Middle Branch Park. Free parking, correct? Got shuttle services.
Parking. Yes, you got it now. Look, you can go on the road. You can do the commercial. I'm gonna
right. Bring the entire family, food truck, arts and crafts, children village, fireworks at 9:30. So it's gonna be amazing. If they want to get more information, where can they log on to?
info@cherryhillfest.com. Go to our website, cherryhillfest.com, or Baltimore 4th. And we're on all social media. We have wonderful sponsors. You can check them out online as well. And we're just excited. So everywhere, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
All right. Have a good one. We'll see you on the 4th.
Thank you. Peace.